The key to the front door is missing. It must be hidden around here somewhere. My old puzzle box! I was the only one who could ever solve it. I wonder if someone else could.
Hi guys, in this video I want to talk about a game called Aria's Legacy. Now I've already reviewed the game on my blog and I made a gameplay video on my YouTube channel, but I've decided yesterday that I want to review it in a video and play it again. Aria's Legacy is an escape room game. The developer wanted to bring the same real-world experience into your own home, into your environment, so you can play it wherever you want. So here you can see me spawning the game at the park. Let's take a look at the game, how it starts, and we're gonna talk about it a bit after this, a few seconds.
We found this room inside the tomb, and no one has been able to figure out what it was used for. So, we had to call in for the best. I'll be with you over the radio in case you need help. Good luck.
So here I really like that there's like a story here. So you're an archaeologist and you actually have communication with someone, you know, we are walkie-talkie. The second thing is the music is really charming and you get this mysterious atmosphere. One nice thing here is you can see that the bottom of the floor is actually transparent, so you can actually, the level blends beautifully with the environment and you still have room around which is, there are no items around it, they don't block the view, so you can really enjoy the mixture of the virtual content with the real world environment. Now, one of the reasons this is important is just to create an immersive experience is for safety reasons as well, because just imagine when there's something that blocks things on the floor or something on the right side, there are walls or cabinets, and you just walk around them and just stumble upon something on the floor. So it's important to make sure that you leave the floor and other areas around it transparent, so if there's an object somewhere, you'll be able to notice it and you won't stumble upon it, and in the worst case you're going to fall or get hurt. Now, I don't know if this was designed in purpose, but the thing is, usually when you play a game like this that requires even, I don't know, it can even take half an hour, even more for some people to finish a certain level, where hand fatigue can be a problem. So you're holding the device for a long time, and it can cause, some stress on your hands and muscles, and eventually you're going to feel uncomfortable and you want to stop playing. However, in this particular game, the drawers, the interactions with some of the objects, many of the objects are actually below shoulder level. So we actually hold the device facing down, not facing up most of the time. I mean, not straight up. So you actually don't feel a lot of stress, or you don't feel that you are putting a lot of effort to holding the device up for a long period of time. So in this case, I played the game like for a few minutes long and I didn't feel any stress on my hands. I felt comfortable playing it, and I could probably play it even for half an hour without feeling any discomfort. But of course, there's some interaction that you need to do that are on shoulder level, even up. You need to look around. But again, most of the time you're going to find yourself with the device facing down. There are also some really nice sound effects that allow that you can actually feel that you're interacting with objects, because there's no tactile feeling here. There's no, you don't actually use your hands to touch anything. In the future, we're going to have this, mixed reality with AR glasses, maybe with gloves or something, or with a controller that will give us some haptic feedback. But here you just have the sound effects, and that's it. Now, if you're searching for a challenging game, this game is challenging. It's not a game that you're just going to finish in like a few minutes and that's it. Some of the levels were pretty hard. And there are many people asking me on Twitter and on Facebook how to finish this. But I don't want to ruin this for anyone. So the thing is that even the developer actually made that you can get hints, but you need to buy coins, so it monetizes on this. This means that it actually knows that this game is going to be challenging for many players, and it is. So if you enjoy challenging escape room games, you enjoy playing puzzle games and ones that actually break your head and make you think, this is a game to get. Now, even when you get stuck in this game and you think like maybe the game is bugged, actually it's not bugged. It's just some of the levels or some of the puzzles are quite hard to solve, and you actually need to pay attention to things in order to solve them. So it's not easy, but the clues are there. It's up to you to find them. As you can see on the right, there are some. There's the sidebar where you can store your object and you can use them and interact with them. Some of them are interactive. So instead of interacting with the object in the scene, you can actually use it in like a pop-up window that pops up, and you need to interact with it, and then you unlock things. Now, in terms of visual, the game looks good, not great, far from looking great, but it looks good. I really like the large-scale escape room experience. It really feels similar to the real thing. And the good thing is that it builds around observation, so it's really nice holding the device, walking around the scene, looking up and down, around you, below you, and that's the fun part. You know, things can be maybe on the ground, you know, maybe somewhere on the wall. So it's not like you have a very small area and you're just moving your eyes trying to search things. Here you can actually, the game encourages you to move around the environment and inspect the area. Now, maybe it wouldn't be that exciting if it wasn't for the music and the voices and, you know, how everything is put together. The developer really put everything together really nice. So that's why you get this same great experience, you know, which feels really similar to real world escape room games. And this is the type of game that I really want to play in mixed reality. Like, you know, but I'm telling you, in the real world, just think about the game like your Pokemon style Go when you go outside, but instead of searching things, there are different, you know, puzzles that you need to solve in different areas, maybe some in very popular locations, and many people come together in order to solve it, and you get rewards and stuff. This can be an amazing idea for a mixed reality game in the real world that just build on top of the same core idea of an escape room game.
Help me! Can anyone hear me? I'm trapped in here.
Yeah, in some way I felt like I'm in a little movie. Like, you know, there's a sound there, like from a cave, and I need to go there and try to find it. You know, it was very exciting for me. And again, the music, the voices that I told you, really create a really exciting and mysterious atmosphere that makes the player wants to continue investigating and solve those puzzles.
Help me! The key to the front door is missing. It must be hidden around here somewhere.
Again, what an opening for the level. This is insane. This just gets you straight into the mystery and the excitement from the very first moment. So here you can see that the level itself, there's a big wall there and even a roof. So it encapsulates a larger area also on top of you. I find it quite interesting, and again, there's also empty space around you, so you can still see the real world. It's not gives you like a virtual reality experience where everything is virtual and you're just using the device as a 3D camera to move around the environment. Of course, most of the puzzles here are built around logical solutions. Some of them requires you to move around the environment, searching for clues. And that's the thing, nothing is straightforward here. You really need to think, to stop and think what's next. And that's the exciting thing about this. Actually, some of them you can actually solve without finding all the clues, because if you have like one or two, you can actually solve them. But the clues are there for everything. For example, one of the clues you see there, the 3 lines over there, the symbol, it's actually something that you need to look in order to understand. This is related to something that you need to solve.
Could ever solve it? I wonder if someone else could.
So Aria's Legacy is definitely one of those games that I'm sure will be also very popular when we have a more advanced special computing hardware which you can take on the go, like AR glasses. And this can be used in order to enhance the experience times fold, to make it even social and much more exciting than it is now. Also think about trying to combine a puzzle solving escape room experience with objects from the real world with virtual ones. Try to mix them together. They're going to be interesting as well. For example, trying to fit some virtual object into like a place or location in a wall which is physical. Can be very interesting, right? And on top of it, the real world experience is also for several players, some of them. So you can invite a friend and try to, solve the puzzles together, not alone. And if you make the game very rewarding and even make something really challenging that, people will just try to solve it even for weeks, just think about it. People will invite their friends and you can reward them with something really great. And it's going to be really challenging, and you can put it in many areas in big cities, and you can see many people trying to solve this, and it's going to be amazing. You can even use it to promote events. For example, if there's a mobile congress event somewhere, you can make something like this, then other people come to the area and play in the virtual game in the environment, in the area. And if somebody was able to solve it with his friends, they get a reward, maybe a new smartphone, for example. Of course, I'm just bringing up ideas, and I actually think that this game can be really great as a social experience. And when spatial computing becomes more popular and we have the right hardware, and we can actually go and play this game in the real world. So I think it can be a really amazing experience. So maybe in the next time when somebody asks me, can you help me? I can even join and help this person if I'm playing locally and just helping remotely when the person is in a remote location, or maybe jumping over and try to help this person solve this puzzle locally with him at the same place. This can be a really fun experience. You can even make it better, allow people to create their own escape room level, create some designer tools and upload them and create like a social hub where people can share their own rooms and see if how many people were able to solve it, how many were actually failed, and so you can actually upvote for some, and they're going to be a featured one. Just think about it. This can be a really amazing thing. I'm sure there will be those who will just try to solve the most complicated rooms that people have created, and they're going to be like, be the first ones, and they get really good rewards. Some of them might be made by the developer, other by many third-party companies. When you want to promote their own products, maybe put some advertisement inside, but they're going to spend some time creating, like Samsung going to create its own room, just to promote its own new product or something like that. You can actually see where I'm going with this, but let's stay on this game. This game really inspired me. That's why the reason I'm bringing up so many things. That's why Aria's Legacy is such an amazing game. It inspired me so much, and that's why I wanted to make this review, in order to bring out things so people will be aware of those, and maybe some developers we're going to create those ideas that I'm talking about here. So you can see how fun it is walking, first observing the environment, and then searching. Maybe you missed something, so we just walk around looking down. Maybe the clue is over there. Looking up, maybe it's there above. No. So again, we go a bit backwards in order to observe the scene. Maybe you miss something, you go back inside, you look left and you look right, maybe you miss something. And this is the fun experience of playing Aria's Legacy. I'm telling you, it's the type of game that you just won't put down until you were able to solve things. Because this is so exciting, because the answer is there, you just need to find it. You can look at corners and stuff, searching, where is the next clue, how can I solve it? Everything looks so simple, right? So simple, there's no complicated stuff here, but actually the clues are there. You just need to understand them. So this is Aria's Legacy. So what can I tell you? This is an amazing augmented reality game. Again, one of my top 5 for sure. I recommend go and download it right now. Play it. I personally prefer playing it outdoors. You can play it indoors if you have a large area. Whenever you play it, whatever you play it, you're gonna enjoy this game a lot. There's also an in-depth review on my blog on arcritic.com, so you can check it out. Again, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, and see you in the next video. I'm gonna have so many great videos coming, so don't forget to press the subscribe button and make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much. I see you in the next video. Bye guys, bye bye.